solidarity and full support to you all here today from the Public and Commercial Services Union and also from the Merseyside TUC. This is a fight that basically is summed up by the speakers in terms of the struggles that you face. But let's be honest about this, and I am going to broaden it out. It's a struggle that we all face across the entire public sector, whether you're in education, whether you're in local government, whether you're in the NHS, whether you're in the civil service. This is an attack on the entire working class of this particular country, and I'm going to broaden it out slightly today in this particular contribution. Because the reason employers such as yours think they can and treat their staff in a way that they are doing, ripping up your contracts, is because they have a government and a political system that at this moment in time encourages them to do just that, based on financial greed and financial saving rather than the necessity and the ability to actually produce public services for the entire population. Last week, the Chancellor stood up in Parliament and announced £11.5 billion further cuts on top of what's already been announced by 2016. In a nutshell, what that will mean for the entire public sector is a further 144,000 job cuts by 2016 and a complete breakdown in pay with an imposed 1% pay rise, or whichever way you look at it, 2, 3, 4% pay cut year on year between now and 2016 across the entire civil service. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of jobs across the public sector, but in the Department for Work and Pensions, where I'm based, we've already lost 20,000 staff since this government came in, and now we can look forward, if these cuts are actually rolled out, we can look forward to losing another 20,000, then the 10,000 on top of that, until we have no service particular left. These cuts will have a devastating effect on everybody, in the same way that your plight will have a devastating effect on education in this city, a proud city, not just in terms of working class traditions, but within the fight for working classes. We have taken on employer after employer, generation after generation, now to see a society and employers and a government that is all too willing to chuck us all in a scrappy. Our fight is very much your fight, but there are certain things that we need to do. You today have started a process with a well-attended rally, and previous speakers have said we need to have a bigger rallies and more of them, yet we do. You need to vote in your hundreds, in your thousands, in any ballots that your individual trade unions take to send a clear message to your university that you will not go away and lie down. Last Thursday, across the Northwest, we saw 2 teacher trade unions taking on the employer, taking on the government, and to actually send a clear message that we will fight every single cut, whether it's in education, whether it's in health, whether it's across the local government or civil service. PCS, I'm proud to say, have been leading our fight for the past few years on the attacks on our society and our working classes. We'll continue to do that. We will stand side by side with you on every single platform, at every single level, to make sure that the government and every employer in this country gets a clear message. And that message is the working classes will not go away. We won't be bullied into taking worse terms and conditions. We won't be bullied into accepting redundancy measures because of your financial whims. We, at the end of the day, are strong. We're the majority, and we'll continue to back you. Equally, what I would urge people to do is get involved in the local campaignings. A bit of a plug for the People's Assembly, the public meeting this Sunday at 4:30 in the Blackie. Make sure that people get there to have your say in how we take forward the actual attacks that we face day in, day out. Make sure that when other trade unions call rallies, you go along and support it. We'll stand side by side with you. You stand side by side with us. Because together, let's be quite clear about this, we must win. But together, I am sure and convinced that we will win. Your fight is our fight. We generally are all in this together. I'll leave it there. Solidarity to you all. Good luck in your ballot. And let's kick some ass.